Good morning. It is, I think it's like 9:30 in the morning, August 20th, 2018. Sitting in my living room. That is the closet. That's the bed. More of a couch with I piece it all together. The air mattress is too big right now for the house. And then I'm emptying out both of the rooms, getting ready for a small little remodel update before I rent the house out. I think that's the plan. Unless the government lets me get back to work. Excuse me. I had a little bit of a interruption with the sheriffs. February 22nd, to be exact. So I definitely got rid of all the plants, actually right in front of them. And I started a few up, new ones from seed. And first week of June 1st actually. So yeah, I'm playing around with some plants. I got the tomato seeds, they're just coming up right now. And I got a wood chip delivery. I needed wood chips, some mulch compost for the front yard, and then the guy I connected with dropped off beautiful, nice, dried plum wood chips, plum fruit tree wood chips. Phenomenal shape. Oh gosh. So I brought in probably like 15, a good solid 15 barrels, those big wheelbarrows, into the 2-car garage. Those 2-car garage is basically full of wood chips right now from plum tree. Oh, I got a call from Washington. I guess Washington's gonna have to wait. If it was Washington, D.C., that'd be a different story. Like Trump calling me. Anyways, can't wait to get on the golf course. Really start swinging the club on my A game. I want to be hitting par to bogey, close more to par. For that, I'm gonna have to get on that green. I've got talent in my own ways. I just got to dial it in. It's been a while since I've been on the basketball court, and even with the gym workouts. Man, my left shoulder's a little rough. Got to get some things fixed. Just got my appendix removed last month. So anyways, not complaining. I don't know what's the point of this video at the moment, but I am doing like an auto video biography. So yeah. Excuse me. I figured it takes time to upload a video anyways. The phone sits around all day. Uploading a video or two, even every day, if that was the option. These are like 10, 15, 20-minute videos. It takes like 5-6 hours to upload. 1 or 2 videos a day of garden updates, traveling, doing what I'm doing in life. It'd be eventually be a fun channel. At the moment, it's kind of like depressing. All up in my house, not up in it, all at my house in this man cave where I got shut down by the sheriffs. I was trying to do it really big with cannabis on a commercial level. Even on a private residential level, you got to find the plant somewhere. You got to get it somewhere. I had so many plants. There was no nursery that could compete with me at that moment. On a small level, one person nursery. Not one person can compete with me on a one person nursery. One person operating the whole operation. Other than that, there's some pretty big nurseries out there. They're supplying hundreds of thousands of clones a month, probably. Anyways, as I'm enjoying my coping moments, we all go through them. We're not all perfect. That'd be kind of creepy if nobody ever had any like coping moments, or just everybody's had coping moments. It's not even possible. Everybody copes one way or another, whether it's relapsing on food, all in one or one of the ones, but from food to shopping to just blowing money to jewelry. I mean, you get where I'm going with this. Anything can be a coping mechanism. And again, I said all or one. Imagine somebody's coping. He's like a multi-zillionaire and he's just blowing money away. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord, have mercy. Too much. That's just too much. And then there's coping where it's too extreme. You know, like too much coping. Like, how can you cope so much? That's not funny. So, with that said, I'm gonna grab another beer. Beer run! uh, so yeah, with this drinking, I figured, there's drinking like, okay, we're gonna go scuba diving, right? We're in Hawaii, we've got our yacht, we're about to be scuba diving with dolphins, we're about to be hunting for our lunch and dinner for that day. Why do even, we don't even need to kill that much. Let's just hunt for that day. With that said, cheers. Whoop-a. A beer is not that bad. Even every probably 45 minutes, a beer is not that bad. You hear me? Every hour. Okay, scuba diving's a little dangerous. It should be probably an hour and a half. No, probably an hour. Definitely an hour. With that said, cheers to all you lovers loving life. Whoop. I probably should call that Washington collar bag. Then again, it's probably some telemarketer. Alright, 9 minutes in this video. Probably just wasted 9 minutes of your life. Please forgive me. Then again, what are we entertaining ourselves with nowadays? It's a joke. It's become a joke. That's the main reason for this as well. It's like, what is going on with life, yo? I don't need a circle of friends to sit there and feed them my drama or views of life and what's going on and this and that. When I've got this man forever, as long as this YouTube channel's on and it's in a cloud in that circle. Anyways, how do they say it? Beating the gun or whatnot. It's like we already have no privacy as is. What is privacy nowadays that we don't even know about? What is in our TVs and our technology where we're agreeing to things we're not reading. We don't even know what we're agreeing to, and by commandments, laws, martial laws, and all these things we're voting on and off. It's like, man, what are we have no privacy and it's only getting worse. And again, I was telling a good friend of mine, kind of like that circle I was telling you about. You know, you talk with a few people, but nothing happens. And what we were talking about was, well, I was going off of this movie I just saw, The Circle, where they have little video camera on every little wherever you can think of. They're like placing these little video cameras. I guess they're really cheap and affordable, or however, whatever the reason is for this camera, it's to not have anything get out of order, if that makes any sense. Have everything being fine print. There's no littering. You know, with litter, the camera tracks you, boom. It's like having a security guard on every mother freaking angle of your lives. Imagine that kind of control. That's what you want to call it. And again, nothing wrong with it if it's in the right hands, but that's me coming from my view, my hands. And from me seeing this world, anybody with my kind of hands are brainwashed. They're like over the top, too goody, if that makes any sense. They're just they see the world on only their their view of hands, if that makes any sense. I don't want to say religious wise, because religion has nothing to do with it. Because I mean, drinking isn't isn't part of my religion. I mean, yeah, Jesus created a wine out of water. Not saying he's an alcoholic. He enjoyed probably wine and wanted to fulfill that whole party. And I don't know why he even showed off that way. Why would you even want to show off? But I guess it was a symbol. It was a sign. There was a reason for that. Words. That history in those few chapters that we're reading about the New Testament. And anyways, I feel like it's beautiful. In my own ways of understanding my view of my God and my Jesus, Holy Spirit, the Ten Commandments. And then you got your, I guess me having that moderation where it's, again, I told you like my hands. So I have a very, very broad view of things. And then you have people that are very narcissistic, very not self-centered, not all about themselves, a word I just learned recently. People that are very like only zoned in to what they believe in, if that makes any sense. Whether it's good or bad, whatever it is. If it's a robber, he's all about robbing. You hear me? He's like, how can we get that next nugget? It's just blunt type of a example. Um, Anyways, you get that whole point. I don't even want to get into other topics because I'm tired of people wasting my time. As much as I'm wasting your time right now, you hear me? We're already 13 minutes into this video, and I've wasted so much of your time. I'm sorry. Because I'll be sitting in churches sometimes, and then they make example out of an example out of an example out of an example 20 times with like 10 other examples 20 other times. So you're sitting in church listening to like 100 different examples with like 5 different topics, and you're like, what is going on right now? Good teaching, good sermons, good preaching, like great delivery. Let's just say great delivery. But it's get to the point. If don't waste my time. If we're, you're wasting singers' time, the ones that are singing up front about their God and their Holy Ghost, and have nothing to do with with feeling good, releasing those voices, having a crowd watching. Of course, that's another whole kind of energy vibe. Uh, and anyways, I'm not saying I want, all of a sudden people not doing live performances and all of a sudden there should be like a soundtrack to everything. No, that's boring. Is there a 6 minute song of the same fucking repeat, or there's 2.5 minutes? 2 minutes, you hear me? Minute and a half. Get it out of the way. Like, I want to hear what you got to say. I love your beautiful voice at the same time. You hear I'm going with this? Deliver it. Make it happen. Nothing against church entertainment, because that's what it's become. Choir back in the day was as entertaining as it ever got, and that was like big deal because we're singing, we're all working together, making beautiful sounds. Anyways, things are changing. Things are definitely changing from electric guitars to acoustic guitars to old school singing to now it's dubstep probably sooner or later in churches. Not that I've been to Bayside lately. With that said, I'm not calling no future. Not saying Bayside's playing dubstep. I wouldn't be surprised by now. Um, let's love. Let's love. I'm making these videos because when I'm on top, when I say on top, dead or alive, God would be my only witness, of course. If alive, I guess a little bit more, but at the same time, you could be on top and not really on top. Not really on top of your A game, not really being on top of life, not being on top of being motivated, not being on top of, I'm doing what preachers do sometimes, repeat themselves in ways, but I'm giving you a big point that you should rephrase. Because people don't listen, what I've realized. Because for people to listen what I've got to say, they're going to have to stop me too many times to repeat, slow it down, let me re-listen to it. So whenever it goes one side and out the other, it's like, man, I'm understanding life more and more. Because I'm preaching to myself. Nothing's wasted. It's more of understanding my situations. Anyways, long story short, life is beautiful. And I'm going to get real quick, and 16 minutes already in this video. I'm going to get real quick and juicy for you. Juicy with some heart. I messed up. This has been on my mind several times, and it's like, man, love. Love is beautiful, all right? Love's amazing. I'm gonna label this whole video as love. When love has nothing to do with it until you get to the 16 minutes later. Sorry for wasting your time. Love, real quick. You know, I got no cookies for you. I got no cream. I got no sugar. I'm gonna drop it like it's hot here, real quick. Love. And where it got me. Listen to this. I messed up. All right. I haven't done one of these yet. One of these videos yet. About love messing up. Real quick before this video ends on me. It's gonna be a long one. Sorry for all the wait. Perfect timing too, because I'm just like in this situation where it's like, okay, money's finally coming in, on and off. Like mom's finally helping me. I mean, I just got new shoes. I haven't seen new shoes. Wrong size 12, which I told her the size, but I didn't. I mean, size 12 was in Ferragamo's, the perfect 12s that my dad, ex-criminal defense lawyer, bought for himself as a trophy for winning a lawsuit case, a very big one. And then he handed me those shoes as a gift. It was unbelievable. Back in 2009, I believe. 2009. Right? Yeah, 2009. Something like that. Excuse me. Anyways, I'm a 13. Definitely 13. I can rock a 14. 14 like flip-flops because like I'm a little bigger. Anyway, back to love. I'm not gonna get off track to love. Love is just like taste. With when you have some taste, or just like smell, or just like feel. You know, yeah, you can like synthetic, you can like cotton, but you got silk. You hear me? So with food, yes, you have your potato fry, you got your steak, meat, you got your fish, you got your seasoning. And the seasoning, that's not your makeup. Because the makeup, you can't cover it up with seasoning. Makeup is overdoing the seasoning. But when you have that perfect seasoning, it's not even makeup. It's that original that makes up that plate. When you put makeup, it's like covering something up. You hear me? It's too hot. Let's throw that salt on. Well, salt in the very beginning, I'm not saying, you know, you're still throwing on a little powder to powder your face. It's more of like you got that natural, with meat, with all foods, you got that natural seasoning. You got that perfection, right? But then you got that makeup where it's people think that that means two something something, or you got that whatever plates two something something, then they extra powder it. I don't want, I sound like a mother freaking preacher right now because that's how they preach. They use. I hate this right now because it's one thing I said I want to do is preach. Anyways, sorry. Nobody's perfect. I'm so bipolar. With that said, cheers to my king and little king, because there's little kings everywhere in this world. My dad. I love you, Dad. Cheers. Back to the main king, the main lord, the one. I'm gonna finish it up real quick here. And love. I'm getting too tipsy here. You got love. And I'm looking for that natural. I had that natural. I messed it up big time. When I say I messed it up, it got so bad that parents, I did not just rat, I'm so sorry, supporters, relationships, other people, whatever it is, communication got in the way just to keep us apart. That's how bad it is. I don't know what that even means yet. Because love isn't just attraction. It isn't just feelings. And it isn't just communication. You hear me? It's like everything. It's the feelings, it's the looks, attraction, it's the communication, it's the views, the same motives, the visions. And then you have your love that isn't at its 100. You got something missing. So I've mentioned this to somebody. It's like, I don't care if I'm alive, of course, because I don't plan on living a long life. Whether it's health, whether it's some accident, I don't know what it is. God, I would not want to take my life. I will never take my life. Never say never, Justin Bieber. God, I wish not upon my life to be taken on my own. Life is too short. And with technology, life can only get longer. You hear me? Think about it. What they had in the 1820s and 30s, what we have in now 2010s, 20s, and 30s. It's unbelievable. 1920, 30s to now 100 years later. We're going to live another couple hundred years if we really wanted to. If you needed to be around, you hear me? Like, there's a reason for your mind to be whatever it is, your creative thing. Whether you're an artist, whether you're smart, whether you're a hard worker. But again, I believe in what you produce, what you get out. Slavery is just wrong. That's where that moderation comes in, and that leadership, that control, that martial law, that whole no freedom no more in a way, because we're so like everything is so controlled. I'm getting off track with the love, but again, that's where you got your moderation. Like who's signing your paychecks? Who's doing the payroll? Who's Uncle Sam? You hear me? Because the gold treasury isn't backed up by gold anymore. That's been since 1970. That's obvious. I was gonna say Bitcoins gave it away, but really it's the inflation. The dollar went up way too fast. New markets, new cities, everything's growing. On a steady pace of old stock markets in Europe. When I say old stock markets, blue chips, empires. It's Italy, Africa. I mean, yeah, some empires are really down. They have a lot of time to expand, but America went up real quick because we were moving things around. We were growing. So, anyways, a lot of things going on. I need to wrap this video up. 24 minutes. Jeez. Love. Again, I've mentioned this to somebody else, and even for like 50 years old, and God gives me life, and we like meet up together. And if she's watching, she was like, "I hope you finished that topic. Like, what were you talking about?" 'Cause I'm hating it right now, baby. This is fucking sick. This makes me sick. This is ridiculous. Because I'm making a point right now. Even if my family lives, even if my mom and her sister live, my sister's husband, the one I gave away the insurance company to, if they live long, beautiful life. um, where was I going with this? They'll understand the true value of life. They will see the true love because whether it's my ex or whether it's somebody else special, it's gonna be unbelievable. But to find that new someone, it's it's really it's just it's not possible because I can't be a freshman or a sophomore in high school. I can't be that kid with that hot, sexy car playing basketball and not being that real, good looking kid. I mean, super skinny wearing tall tees. And then this girl comes into my life that like changes me. You hear me? Like, I want to do whatever it is to make her want me more. Not happy, but want me more. So she's not dating no ghetto kid dressed in tall tees for me to not fit in with my basketball team. But that's how I felt comfortable. That's just how I was drawn to dress. I wasn't wearing no tight shorts and shirts and Abercrombie clothes. So then when that came into effect, and that friendship grew into something a little bit more, I don't even know what was going on or what happened. I asked her out though, in front of her whole family, on her birthday. She turned 16. Yeah, I really love her. I'm not even gonna lie. And I just don't even have the passion or the motive to give it another try. I don't get it. I really don't. I really don't. Because if I'm gonna do this life again, I'm gonna give this life a try. You hear me? Because I'm not nothing against you 9 to 5s. Nothing against you 9 to 5s, but I'm not no slave. I make things happen. I work 9 to 9. I'll work 4 in the morning till 4 at night if we have to. 4 in the morning next night. That's 24 hour. Long story short, we make things happen. We don't abuse, but we make things happen. I don't want to say I'm a Marine. I don't want to say I'm a SEAL. I don't have that in me. I don't want to train myself to be that person. Let's love. Let's love more. From what I saw from my aunt yesterday after church, I get it. You're not for me. You've never been for me. I've been thinking like, man, these rules are getting finally more legal. You're actually reading, you're actually researching, you're actually teaching yourself. And man, this stuff's for real. I'm like waiting for the knock on the door. Not a knock on the door where it's here's a box of mineral water, here's a couple gift cards to some restaurants. Never had this before happen to me. I'm trying to like unload some laundry. I'm not ratty right now or whatever, but I'm trying to free up some space and here, you're good. It's not a knock on the door. Artem, I'm so sorry. Artyom, please forgive us. We were so wrong that marijuana is actually a beautiful medication. This was a debate yesterday, a fight in its best case scenario because we didn't actually fight, but we debated on why I believe in marijuana, why I still haven't given up, why you're not helping me the support that I'm fighting with right now, the one people that I'm waiting on, if that makes any sense, because I haven't knocked on no gang members or mafia members doors or heads, whatever you want to, however you want to say it. Long story short, I'm sitting here trying to save our lives, trying to be a better person, and in the long, short run, I want to make this longer, not the suffering, but the teachings. Let's make this life my life. Not that I don't give a fuck about your life, because I see how much people care about my life. But I guess it's gonna be that whole same situation. Like if you're homeless and you're trying as hard as you can. I mean, I understand I'm not completely gone, so I'm still pushing. I'm still trying. So I hope somebody sees the potential in me. Is like, yo, let's get this shit together. What the fuck is going on? Me in the same situation. What I want to give back now is kind of like you got a herd of cattle. You got a herd of animals. You had a herd of whatever. You got plants. And you're looking for that one pheno. I'm looking for that one businessman. When the businesses are set in place, I'm looking for that one. Not some dude that sucked dicks, excuse my French, or some girl that gave out pussy, long story short, to get where she's at or him. I'm looking for that potential. The ones that are, I hate to say it, suffering the longest, the most, the hardest. But that's who I want on my team. The ones that are still hanging on by a thread. I hate it. I hate saying that because I'm right there. And imagine it only getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. That's just wrong. I'd put a bullet in my head before it got any worse than this. So me selling my house is committing suicide. I'm not gonna sell my house, move to LA, and make it big, if that makes any sense. Selling my soul, selling myself. I've earned my house. Creating a deal. Making points coming together. At times, when creating a deal wasn't even possible. But we're not looking at that aspect. We're still stuck on 19-year-old kid somehow making it happen with an insurance business, creating all kinds of relationships, sucking money left and right, cleanly. Till later they figured out that holy shit, kid's a businessman. Me understanding now with my language and speech that I can fucking manipulate anybody. You just gotta have a layout plan. You gotta have it, because nobody's that great of a manipulator, but they're just off top. Like if you're that good, that's scary. There's a position for everybody in this world. I mean, if you're that great of a salesman, manipulator, then man, you need to be working for the government, the system. I need you watching over countries and not some fucking business deal on a vacuum cleaner getting knocked in door to door. You hear me where I'm going with this? So everybody's got their potentials, but people that see it don't want to let it out, and then the ones that don't see it are jealous of it. They want to shut it down. So we are on one page. That's making human race work together. But as that is great, Let's make this date focus on a better life as we work together. And back to my ex. Just to be real, like, she's married probably by now with like fucking 4 kids. To some dude that she doesn't even love, because I know what love is, and that's rare. Back to my actual quick. As much as I want you back, what is that gonna do for us? Like, having you back is more of like, bitch, get the fuck, we hate each other. We really hate each other. But when I say back, it's like, I need my businesswoman. We were doing walk through houses before people knew what walk through houses were back in our days. That's funny. When I say love you, like, I love you as a person, as a relationship. Like, even if we're fucking holding hands all day, like we used to. We're just friends. Just so you understand that we've always just been friends. And I don't cry. You know that.